All right, what's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, Jay Smooth, here to hold you guys down as always here at the Rush Hour Sports Network. Let's go ahead and run through week number 4 in the NFL just quickly with the scores, man. Y'all know how we do. 24-21, the Bengals beat up on the Jaguars there. Well, not even beat up on them. They kind of just barely beat them there. And I'll tell you what, the Jaguars are falling apart quick, man. Everything from Urban Meyer going to his own bar and grinding up on college girls while he's allowing his own team to fly solo. He, just wants to get away since he's losing for the first time in his life. Not really used to doing that since he's from a college where, essentially he comes from a collegiate background where he's used to being on teams that just steamrolled people. And unfortunately, he's now on an NFL team where he can't steamroll anybody. Let's see. Titans over Jets. I'm sorry, Jets over Titans 27-24. The first win of the season for the Jets. The Titans, man, are falling apart. They are very inconsistent, and I got to say, I thought they would be 4-0 by this point, but they can barely get a win these days. Even their 2 wins don't even feel all that legitimate. The Eagles the Eagles fall to the Chiefs 42-30. Of course, the Chiefs get a win here. I mean, hey, Kansas City is Kansas City, but even with some of the struggles they've had, I figured in a game like this they would bounce back, and they did strong. However, they have a tough test ahead of them this coming week, and I'm going to get to that a little later. The Cowboys beat the Panthers in a very close game. I had the Panthers in that one too. But yeah, very close one right there. The Cowboys are legit, at least in terms of the NFC East division. They're probably going to run away with it, at least it's looking that way. The Giants get a surprise win over the Saints. Funny how the Jets and the Giants both go to overtime, both get their first wins of the season in overtime. The Giants get it over the Saints 27-21, and I gotta say, Jameis Winston is looking like Jameis Winston. The man looked like a star for about a week, and now he's back to looking like what he was in Tampa Bay, throwing picks everywhere and being inconsistent as hell. Expect Taysom Hill to take over the reins at some point later on in the season once the Saints really fall apart. The Browns beat the Vikings 14-7. No surprise here. I'm only surprised that the Browns were able to put up 14 points. It says a lot about them considering the fact that the Vikings are trash and they have no defense. And of course, as long as Kirk Cousins is the quarterback of that team, they're never going to win anything significant. Next game, the Bears beat the Lions 24-14. I actually had the Lions in this one, but Justin Fields looking good, and he has been officially named the starter moving forward now, especially after this game. So, gotta say, the Bears are on the up and up. I'm glad they finally not got rid of him, but they benched Andy Dalton. The guy shouldn't even be on the team. Justin Fields should be out there getting the reps, getting the experience, and eventually being a good enough quarterback to lead the Bears to prominence someday. The Bills beat the Texans 40-0. I mean, that was pretty much an easy pick right there. Probably the easiest pick of the whole week. The Texans are nothing. Only thing to say about them is I see why Deshaun wants to leave, and trust me, it has little to do with what's going on with the legal situation, because I'm pretty sure all those people are about to be paid off. He's just sending checks out, and he's going to continue on with life. He's not going to be in prison. Let's see. The Colts beat the Dolphins 27-17. The Colts able to get it done with a very fragile quarterback in Carson Wentz. I think they had the backup in for a little bit too. Dolphins falling apart without Tua. Yeah, Miami, you're going to have to find something to do. You're going to find some sort of momentum, because right now it's not looking good for you. The Washington football team beat the Atlanta Falcons 34-30. Washington gets a big win on the road, a much-needed win. If they would have started off the season 1-3, their season would have been done. Even so, though, they have a tough schedule ahead, so this was a much-needed win for them. As for Atlanta, Atlanta chokes like they normally do. I didn't think they would choke against a bad team like Washington, but Atlanta surprises us every week, don't they? Our next game, we have the Seahawks beating the 49ers 28-21. This was a very good game. I would say about this, though, Seattle very inconsistent, very up and down. They have no defense. Russell Wilson has to run for his life most of the time. But they got the job done here. And San Fran's going to have to find something to do without Jimmy G, man. They're going to have to give Trey Lance a lot more reps out there, because I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far. Jimmy G, you got to do something. The Cardinals, of course, the only undefeated team in the league, beat up on the Rams 37-20. No surprise there. The Rams the Rams, as good as they are, the Cardinals have a better offense and better defense overall than the majority of the teams in the league right now. They have the better quarterback. They're probably one of the better quarterbacks in the league. They have a great receiving core, good running back core, as well as an entire defensive squad that knows how to keep the point total as low as possible. And I gotta say, Cardinals are looking dangerous, man. That's a team to look out for. Arizona, absolutely a team to look out for. Let's see, the Packers, Steelers. Packers win, of course, because the Steelers are essentially going to be underachievers as long as Big Ben's the quarterback, so no surprise there. Aaron Rodgers, once again, just trying to do what he can to make his case that he deserves to be a top quarterback in the league despite being on a team that no longer wants him. The Ravens beat the Broncos 23-7. I was shocked by this. I thought it would be like a very close game, down to the wire type of game, but no. The Ravens are for real. The Ravens, they're looking dangerous. Even with the one loss, they beat a really good Broncos team right here. So interested to see how they do moving forward. The Buccaneers beat the Patriots 19-17 in the Brady game, Brady versus Belichick game. Brady proving that he doesn't need the old, dried-out, prune-faced coach, and he proved that because the rookie quarterback for the Patriots is trash, even though everybody wants to praise him, despite the Patriots being 1-3. And then, Monday night, Chargers beat up on the Raiders 28-14. I didn't think this would happen. The Chargers are certainly for real. The Raiders are still good. They're fine. However, they certainly have they have an interesting division rival this year. You know, the Chiefs usually are it, but I got to say the Chargers have now entered the fucking fray because, man, I did not expect them to be 3-1 out the gate like that. Justin Herbert, that offense is clicking, and the defense is pretty solid as well. And let's see. We are about to go to... Oh, my bad. Let's go to week number 5, which is already underway, funny enough. The Rams actually beat the Seahawks 26-17. I was out on a date when this happened, so I was watching some of it on the big screen there. And, hey, Seattle tried what they could. I mean, Seattle did what they could do. They did everything they can do until Russell Wilson was injured, and then it just fell apart. Geno Smith threw a touchdown, gave some hope for a lot of people that bet on Seattle, but... That pretty much was a lost cause. Like, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks were actually playing very good, and they were in control of the game. And then once Russell Wilson was injured, that game just fucking slipped away from him. The Falcons beat the Jets 20-9. Well, actually, they didn't beat them. They're up in the third quarter. This is a London game, by the way. This is in London, England. So, literally started at 9 in the morning, and right now it's in the third quarter. Halftime just ended, and the Jets are down by 11. They got some work to do. Falcons need a win. Jets need a win. Both these teams are pretty bad, and they stuck them in London. That is typical NFL. But let's see. At 1 o'clock, about an hour and a half from now, Lions and Vikings. Give me the Vikings. I don't like the Lions. Washington and the Saints. Give me the Saints, man. Washington, you can't trust them. Texans, Patriots, give me the Patriots all day. Dolphins, Buccaneers, give me the Buccaneers all day. Even though I am going to bet the money line on the Dolphins. I want them to shock me. Let's see, Packers and Bengals. Bet the over total on that. I'll actually get those odds up in a minute. But I am going to pick the Packers. Broncos, Steelers, I'm going to pick the Broncos. Let's see, Eagles, Panthers. I am going to pick the Panthers. Let's see, Titans, Jaguars. Oh, Titans. Browns, Chargers. Damn good game, but I am going to go... Oh, you know what? I'm going to go for the Chargers. Fuck it. I'm going to go for the Chargers here. They're at home, and it's a battle of 2 3-1 teams. Going from Ohio to LA is not easy to do. Let's see. The Bears, Raiders. Oh, another good game, but give me the Raiders. Justin Fields needs more experience out there, and Derek Carr has that experience, so give me the experienced guy. 49ers, Cardinals. I'm gonna pick the 49ers for the upset here, but the Cardinals are the real deal. They are the real deal, and they're going to be tough to beat. The Giants and Cowboys. Cowboys all day, even though I'm taking the Giants on the money line. just for a shocker. We'll just see if they'll shock me, but I doubt they will. Bills, Chiefs. I like the Bills in this, believe it or not. 3-1 over 2-2. And it's funny because the Bills are like an underdog here. Take the Bills, man. Take the Bills. And then, of course, I got the Ravens over the Colts because the Colts are garbage. Now, let's go over the lines for week number 5. So here's what we got working with this week, folks. On our big betting board here, we have the Dolphins and Buccaneers. Dolphins plus 420, Buccaneers minus 570. Yeah, that's about right. I would say stay away from the Dolphins. The over-under, yeah, it's about right. But yeah, Dolphins, you can go plus 11 on the Dolphins. I don't think they'll cover, but I don't know if they'll cover that or not, but we'll see. They're definitely going to get their teeth kicked in, though, no doubt about that. So stay away from that one. Carolina and the Eagles, yeah, stay away from this one, too. The Panthers are going to skull drag the Philly Birds. Saints and football team. I was looking at this game a lot. I thought about going Washington. I really thought about going Washington here because the Saints have looked atrocious with Jameis as quarterback. So if you want a possible one, look at Washington. But would I say go all in on that? No. Titans, Jaguars. Plus 175 for the Jaguars. Minus 210 for the Titans. Interesting. I'm going to go Titans, obviously. But I would say stay away from that. Do not bet on the Jaguars. Lions, underdog. That makes total sense. Stay away from them. Vikings are going to win that. Ooh, Steelers are underdog. That makes sense. I would say stay away from that. But actually, wait. I think Drew Lock is the quarterback. If Drew Lock is quarterback for the Broncos, then jump in on that line. But if Teddy Bridgewater is starting for the Broncos, then stay the hell away from that line. I would not jump on it. Hit the over on this because the Packers are going to light up the scoreboard. The Bengals don't have a shot in hell. They're a good team, but they're not ready to hang with Rodgers. Let's see, the Texans and Patriots. That line is correct. It should be this way. Actually, it should be even higher for the Patriots because the Texans are hopeless. Let's see, the Bears plus 200. Oh, it's tempting, but stay away from that. It is very tempting, though. Very tempting. I'm not going to lie to you. The Browns is another one that's very tempting. You could throw some on the Browns as well. I think the Chargers will win, but the Browns at plus 115 is not a bad bet. Let's see. This one is correct. Should be this way. Cowboys are going to win that. Now, this one, folks, these next two, I say look at. Consider the 49ers over the Cardinals. The Cardinals are going to lose eventually. They're not going to win 17 games, but the 49ers have a chance to shock the rival team here. So think about that one. Think about the Bills over the Chiefs as well. Bills have a better record. They are going to Arrowhead Stadium, which is not easy to do. They're going on the road here, but I still believe they can pull out a road win. So think about that Bills one. The Colts, Ravens, stay the hell away from that. The Ravens are going to win. So my 4 picks for the weekend, my 4 plays for the weekend, that is, the Buffalo Bills, the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go with the Cleveland Browns here. Go with the Cleveland Browns. And then you know what? Let's see. I'm going to give you the Bears over the Raiders. However, I'm not totally confident on that. So take the Bears as the next one. Chicago Bears. And if you want a bonus play for the weekend, I'm going to give you the football team and the Saints. Take the football team plus 120 if you just want some plays for the weekend. But that is going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all for listening in and for tuning in. I will be back next week to wrap up Week 5 and then preview Week 6. You guys are amazing as always. You all are the best. You all that support the Rush Hour brand, whether it be MMA, or football. You guys are always amazing, and I always appreciate everything you guys do for me. So I will see you guys next time. My co-host B Money will be back in the building. I tried to get him this weekend, but we were both pretty busy. So I believe next weekend he'll be making his grand return to the program, and we will pick up where we left off, breaking down games as well as, this time throwing in some gambling odds for him. I started doing the odds thing recently, and I'm now going to throw him in on the mix and get his opinions on some of the underdog picks. But folks, see you all next week. Enjoy the games today. The London game is in the third quarter right now, so enjoy the rest of that and get ready for all the 1 o'clock games. I'll see you all next time. Until then, peace.